So once again, there's no heat in this unit. And it is 35 degrees outside, exactly 35, and it's going to be 35 all day today, according to the weather report that I just looked at 6 o'clock this morning, which is 5 minutes ago. It is Saturday. I almost said February. Feels like February. It is Saturday, April 12th, 2025, and there's no heat in this unit at all. So once again, I have to turn the burners on the stove for warmth because it is freezing in here. I just did a temperature reading. It is 69 degrees, which means it's probably 67 degrees because according to the Inspectional Services Department, my brand new calibrated digital thermometer runs a couple of degrees hot. So if it's reading 69 degrees, it means it's actually 67 degrees in here. And that means there's a code violation currently occurring in this unit. Happens almost every few days. There's a code violation occurring in this unit as a result of the Greenville Group's complete incompetence. They can't get anything right. There's no heat and it's 35 degrees outside. And then when it's like 70 outside, they turn the heat on and it's 90 in here. That happens all the time. That's why I keep having to make these videos. I would never leave an open flame on the stove burning like this while I'm going up and down the hallway trying to take care of stuff that I need to do for the day today, unless it was freezing in here and I was so cold. I am uncomfortable just standing in this unit. So I have to call them. Then I have to call Inspectional Services, leave a voicemail for the Greenville Group. It's Saturday, so they're not going to be in the office. But file a complaint with the Inspectional Services Department once again for no heat. And when it is this cold outside, when it's 35 and there's no heat, the inspector comes out pretty quickly. They usually show up within a few hours, do a temperature reading, then issue a citation. So I'm willing to bet there's not going to be any heat in this unit all day. So if there's no heat now, there won't be any heat at 1 p.m. or 5 p.m. And usually when they show up at night, it is freezing in here. They do a temperature reading. And then they slap the landlord with a code violation, which they should, because they can't even bother to turn the heat on based on the temperature outside the building. There should be a temperature gauge somewhere outside of this building that regulates the heat inside the building. That would make sense. That's been something that has been a feature on central heating systems since the 1920s, if not sooner, if not earlier. But the Greenville Group seems to have a heating system that is based on, I don't know, the Pony Express and smoke signals. So there's no heat. And this is a very dangerous situation. The other day, I stupidly left an open flame burning on the stove while I was in the shower because it was freezing in here. There was no heat. There's absolutely no heat in the baseboard pipes, not even a tiny bit. And something around the stove caught fire and I came out of my shower and there were flames 2 feet high shooting on the top of the stove. Thankfully, I keep having to refill water bottles due to the stinking stench that comes out of the tap intermittently when I try to take a shower. So I had several pre-filled water bottles lying around my sink, which I used to extinguish the fire right away. But that could have been a really bad situation. This is what I have to resort to because the landlord refuses to provide heat in my unit. So, it's supposed to snow all day. Today's April 12th. We're in the middle of April, and it is dark, cloudy, snowy, and absolutely frigid. I have screenshots of the temperature, so I have to call them, leave a voicemail, and then just call Inspectional Services and see how quickly they can show up today.